Win!
Live. Yeah, we're live. Let's go.
Yo.
What's up?
It's your boys, the BK Game Devs.
It's your boys. What's up? We're back again another Thursday. And we are here, to do more game development. Again, for people who might be joining us for the first time, we are BK Game Devs. We're all based in Brooklyn, and we all like game development. We are going to be... Oh, thanks, Tisha, for hosting the stream. We really appreciate it. And we are going to be working today on a few things, but again, a little bit about us. We are making a Metroidvania game, which is a kind of game that is based around exploration and finding new abilities and backtracking to places you've been with, more power, more abilities to do things, and it's going to be a real fun time. But also, we want to show you guys what goes into game development, right? So when you guys play a game or see a game, you always think about the fun stuff that's going on and the cool graphics and effects and stuff like that. But we're giving you some insight into what goes into building small things like how do I make my character jump, how do I make my character take damage, or do anything along those lines. So hey to everyone in chat, hey Aurora, hey Elias. It's great to have people in chat. It's great to see you all. We are going to be having a really packed stream, and we have some good news going forward. So yeah, that's a little bit about us. We're going to be doing game development, the three of us. We're going to be hitting you with a lot of stuff. We're going to be explaining it as much as we can. But again, we have some big announcements for today's stream. So the first thing that we want to be announcing is currently we stream on Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. in an Eastern time. On Wednesdays now, for maybe, we're still figuring out the full logistics, but on Wednesdays we will be doing some gaming streams. So we love Metroidvanias. So on Wednesdays we'll be trying to stream some gaming.
We're
going to be streaming some gaming of Metroidvanias that we like, and also with a bit of a twist. So instead of just playing the games just for fun, which we will be doing, of course, we'll be analyzing them from the game dev eye, right? Why is it that Hollow Knight is so fun? Why is it that Dondara is so fun? Why is it that Ender Lilies is so fun? What things do they do well that we can notice and learn from and say, okay, the reason that this didn't work is because, maybe they did this, or we think that this worked because, they did this thing to make the gameplay more effective, fun, and interesting. So look forward to those Wednesday streams. If you're following us on Instagram or anywhere, we will be posting about when those will be and what games we'll be playing. So look forward to that as well.
To add on to that, we're not only going to be streaming Metroidvanias, we might be streaming just indie games in general and providing our analysis of them. And usually it might just be Alex playing the game, or it might be me playing the game because we have the capture cards, and the other one or two of us will be maybe backseat driving and providing analysis. And we might switch it up a bit and not just provide analysis. And we might have some days where we just do some co-op gaming, where we just have some streams where it's just pure entertainment and you could see us just go nuts, and you'll see the fun part of our personalities. You get to know us on a personal level, and we could be on this journey together,
thanks for the
making a
follow.
game. Dr. Thack, thank you.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know why I couldn't pronounce that.
Dr. Thack, yeah, thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
Yo, I think that's my cousin Mikey. Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
The support is always appreciated.
So anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing on Wednesdays. We figured that could be a new thing to do to spice things up. So that's what we're going to be doing on Wednesdays. Anyway, continue, Quan.
Sure. And now there's 2 more things that we wanted to shout out. One, if you were here when the stream was loading, right, when we were our pre-stream stuff, you may have heard some music, right? That music is actually made by a good friend of ours named Ethan. He made a dope track for us. We love it. So shout outs to Ethan. We posted in chat, but again, he goes by Feelgood, and you can check him out at Feelgood114 on Instagram. Again, it's in chat. He makes dope music. Like, we love that new track. It's gonna be here from going forward on all our streams. So get used to it because it's good. And last thing, you may have noticed if you've gone to our channel, we now have cute art of the 3 of us, and there is an artist named Lord Bung who we got to commission that for us, and they are awesome. Can you pull that up for everyone to see if people didn't see, Alex?
I could just hold on. I'm just gonna go to our itch because you could see the full thing on itch.
Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
I hope. Yeah, there we go. Let me bring it up.
Yep. Yeah.
So check this out, guys. Isn't this awesome?
So as you see on stream, can you zoom in a bit just so people can see a bit more details? Yeah.
Okay. So look at this very closely. So if you look on the left, we got this is supposed to be me on the left, and I'm big on music. I'm a musician. I love music. So it's got me working with some music. And also, if you see on my left arm, that is Samus's arm cannon from the game Metroid. And check this out. I'm a Metroid fanboy. I have a Super Metroid shirt on, and I have a Super Metroid tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Definitely. So they did a great job. Okay. So now, Quan, explain what's going on in the middle there.
Yeah. So in the middle, I'm a big fan of a game called Dead Cells, where the character has one eye, which is why you're seeing the person, there with the one eye. And if you can't tell, I have an afro. So they have like a flaming head in the game. So what Lord Bung has done is they've made my head like a flaming afro, and I think it's so fun. And it looks really dope. I'm also into art and design and stuff like that. So there I am. I'm kind of like crafting something with my hands and building. And then, Alex, on the right, you can take it away.
Oh, yeah, sure. They really just went off on this. I just gave them some instruction, but they took like their own sort of aesthetic approach. So for me, it's just I love Hollow Knight. I got into the whole Metroidvania genre through Hollow Knight, and I just wanted all of us to be depicted in the characters that we love so much. For me, I'm just working on tech stuff. Like I'm just working on things. In general, I'm always just building stuff through in terms of coding or building tools that we use in the projects that we make in all the games that we make to streamline things, just make it easier. So I just had them have me sort of just off to the side working on something, like building out things. You could see like all the tools there, like as if I'm always just tinkering with something.
Yep.
Yeah. They did amazing. I love it.
Yeah, they did a great job. So again, shout outs to Lord Bung on Twitter. That's their handle.
Alex, do you have a link?
Yeah, so we could post that in.
I think they're best known by their YouTube channel.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Because they make a series called Confinement. It's their sort of like animated series, which is heavily based on the SCP stories. It's kind of like how do you say? It's kind of like cryptids in a way. Oh, we got another thing. Thanks for the follow, J-Cat.
That's my guy James.
Nice.
Chris Mavy's fan club. We know
Thanks
what
for
it's
the
about.
follow.
Yeah,
Chris
I'll
fan club for
let
sure.
me get the link.
Sure, yeah, go ahead. While that's happening, now again, that's a lot of shout outs and a lot of stuff that will be coming up, so look forward to it. But what are we doing today, right? What are we going to be working on today?
I'll be right back.
So, no problem. We're going to be taking a look. Oh, we just linked Lord Bung in chat. That's their YouTube channel. But today we're going to be working on player health. So last week, if you were around, we started to brainstorm how do we want health to work in this game that we're building. And so there are a few approaches to that. One of them is classic stuff like Mario, where you take any hit and you die if you don't have a power-up. Or maybe if you have a power-up, you can take 2 hits and then you die. Or something else like Zelda, where you have hearts or a certain amount of, just like things or amount of damage that you can take. And, as it goes down, when it hits 0, you die. Then Hollow Knight has something like... I see King Mo and J-Cat. Oh man, the Christmas fan club. I love it.
Let these guys talk. It's an inside joke.
I can tell. But then Hollow Knight, for example, has a slots style of health system, which means you have, I guess you can call them hearts, but everything does, or on average, everything does one damage. Some enemies will do maybe 2 or 3 damage.
Hey Alex, we're frozen on stream right now.
We are? That's my bad.
Oh, we're frozen. Okay, got it. Yeah, I see us. Our video is all frozen. We'll be back. Don't worry. We'll start moving again.
On the next episode of Shit Happens.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I think, hold on. I have to keep going.
Sure, yeah. Let us know when we're moving. Okay, Chris and I, we're moving again. Nice.
Yeah, we're moving again. Okay.
So yeah,
bad habit.
It's okay. It's no problem. But the way that we're going to be approaching it is, in our game, our player will have, we're going to be using hearts for right now, but every piece of damage will do 1 heart. So instead of life out of like 100, it'll be out of 5, for example. And the way that they'll be able to heal their damage is they'll have, gems or orbs or some way of healing, but they won't be able to replenish those quite often. We're going to make the game a bit more challenging. Once you use those 3 heals of a sort, that's it until you get to the next resting bench. Now again, we have some caveats there, so it's not too hard, but that is the general idea at the moment. Anything else that I missed out on?
That's the gist.
I think that's everything.
Right.
And thanks for the follows when we were offline as well. Whoever did.
Pondering the orb.
Pondering the orb.
Or...
That's a meme.
Okay.
That's a Lord of the Rings meme.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
I'm not there. It's all good. But yes. So, also, actually, no wait. There's one more thing we wanted to bring up. Sorry for all the shout-outs. A lot happened. A lot of changes were made. But so this game we're working on, we've been calling it our Metroidvania, we've been calling it the game, but we have a working title and a working name of our main character that we want to share with everyone.
This is very important.
Very important. So the main character for our game, the name that we've come to an agreement on is Soribel. So the name of our game right now also will be called, as of right now, Soribel. And so we thought it was a cool name that has some Hispanic and Afro-inspired themes behind it, and so going forward, when we're talking about the player, we'll be referring to them as a Soribel, Sori, or Bell. And going forward again, when we're talking about our Metroidvania and our posts and stuff, we'll probably just call it by this working title for right now. But we are excited about the name. We are fleshing out more things about the game. We're naming things. We're adding more locations and stuff. Again, we won't talk about all that right now. That'll come up a whole lot later, but we want to share the name of the player and the game at the moment, because that's exciting stuff, right? To be able to name the game and have something to refer to instead of just our game is really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you could
Yeah, I got you. I got
If you can imagine, the character that we've been using so far for testing will not be in the final game. This is just a placeholder. So
Yeah.
we're going to be going through many rounds.
Thanks for the follow.
Many
Exclusively,
rounds
Lex.
of testing, many
Much
sketches, many sketches and prototypes, and eventually we will have Soribel, the final sketch.
Yep.
Final character. Hey, here from the Latinx in Gaming Discord. Glad to have you. Thanks for being here.
Oh yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Much appreciated. I started, putting our little live now things up in there as well.
Yeah, we're totally. We appreciate you popping in. We appreciate the support from everywhere.
Yeah.
Again,
we hope the stuff that we do helps you if you're trying to make a game. Well.
Yeah, we're trying to give some insight and what goes into making a game, what works or what doesn't work, what we have to change. But so with that and all the announcements done, I guess we can start to work on stuff. Yeah, does that sound good?
Yes, Alex, we're frozen again.
My habit. I'm always. This is why I want a third screen, or rather, to set up my third screen.
Yeah, thanks.
Got it.
We got it.
No.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Hold on. Discord is weird.
Yeah, it's like when you click away from the Discord screen, it freezes.
It came back.
Sorry, I should just put a counter for how many times I freeze this. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go into it. I don't know. What did we want to do with the elf system?
Sure. So I think for right now, we have the basics of the damage being taken away, but right now we don't have a UI that's tied to it. We should, let me make sure, we should have some base assets like hearts that we can use at the moment. Do we? If not, we'll find them, but then also...
So you could look for that. I'm going to browse itch.io for stuff.
Sure, yeah. I'm trying to see if we have anything in the game. Or if we can pull something from somewhere else.
Thanks for the follow, NYN with the tricks.
That's my brother Nick. Thanks.
Nice. Thanks for the follow. We are slowly reaching. We are slowly creeping up on that 100 followers. We're grinding.
Yeah.
We're 86. Just 14 more, and we'll definitely be there. So we appreciate all the support. We really do. But yeah, so I think we can work on is we can either set up some UI stuff with some assets, or what we can do is also just go into the code a bit and take a look at how we're going to deal with the healing. But what I think works though is if we go, do you still have the sprites and stuff from Wake Up?
Wake Up?
Yeah, I know, but if you have the project still. There is a little asset there that has a tile map for a heart that I think works fine for our...
you're right. Yeah, you're right. We can. I think you're right about that.
Yeah, right. There's nothing wrong with using that again, right?
Oh, maybe I could just. Is it just a single tile? I mean, a single asset thing.
It is if you drag in. It's called DG new colors.png. It's inside of the sprites folder in the Wake Up assets, and thank you. Oh my God, the guy before has a great smile. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Wake Up? Yeah,
if we find that that file, there is a little heart there that I think will be more than that. That'll be more than enough.
And thanks for the follow, Benro.
Thanks. I really appreciate the follows.
Ben Rafflecopter. Got it. Okay.
Rafflecopter swah. Old school jokes.
Guys, we're getting just wanted to let you guys know we're getting all these follows. If any of you happen to have Amazon Prime and you are aware of Twitch Prime, if you are not using Twitch Prime, it gives you the ability to TacNote says there is an ad, so maybe I should wait on this one.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
But I'll repeat this again. But
sure.
I'll say this now, but then I'll repeat it again.
Yeah, if they want to.
Yeah, so If you have Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Okay, you're referring to the Prime announcement. All right. Okay. So if you have Amazon Prime, you are able to give one subscription to one Twitch streamer per month. So if you like us,
King Mo just dropped a link.
Yeah, thank you, King Mo. That's a great.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Reference. That's a great reference.
Yeah,
it's a great way to support us, and if you want to see us get through this game, that's a great way to do that.
Hey, yeah, we definitely appreciate any subs. We appreciate the support in any way. Thanks so much. Yeah, and thanks King Mo for dropping that link. That really helps.
Greatly appreciate
it. Which one was it?
It's called dgnewcolors.png.
Got it. Okay, I'll just drag it in.
Yep. And there's a heart sprite and also like a gem sprite, which I think.
I'm just gonna put it in UI.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go for it. Again, we'll change these out as needed, but as of right now, I think that works fine. We don't need anything too crazy as we start to get things going.
Prototyping purposes, right?
Literally just going to be placeholders. Just use this to put in basic functionality.
No filter.
Point no filter clamp.
No compression.
As compression.
No compression.
Yeah.
Multiple.
And then.
Oh, pixels per unit is.
I think it's 16 by 16. Apply and then open up Sprite Editor.
So if you're new to Unity,
right now you can just do a normal slice. Sorry.
If you're new to Unity, if you're new to programming, and this is a little confusing, just hang tight. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and we can answer them for you.
We'll do our best to answer them.
We can try to answer them.
Yeah. Oh, feel good. Yo, he's in. He's followed us. Thank you for the follow.
Yo,
thanks. That is our guy.
Yep.
Thank you for the music. We appreciate it. It is great and chill. We love it.
Yeah, it really is.
Let's see.
Again, yeah. So what's going on here, right? What's all this technical stuff that's going on? So what we're doing right now is, when he was showing that image on the screen before, what we have to do is when we have a set of images that we want to use in our game, we have to cut them up because it's in one picture image. So we cut it up into various images that we can use individually, like individual heart or individual gem.
Uncle
Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Uncle Fizz. Appreciate it.
Let's go.
I'm gonna try to do it in a way that it's sort of dynamic. So hearts pop up based on how many lives you have.
Yeah, I think that totally works. And for healing, I think we can use. There's a gem there. It's silver, but I think that we could use it. I don't think it's going to be a big issue for the moment. Or what I can do is make a version of. It's okay. We'll do that later. It's not that important at the moment.
Okay, so we have text. The text was just a placeholder anyway, right?
Yeah, so we don't need text at the moment. It can just be the images. Yep.
Let me. How do I do this? Alt.
Alt, I think, and then that. And then double click it.
Double click it? Why? What?
Oh no! Sorry, I meant double click the positioning in the anchor. But yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, that's good.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it like this for now.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Let me just disable that. I think.
So what we're trying to do at the moment is right now, or last stream, what we did is just to test out if the player was taking damage. We had a piece of text that just said if they took damage effectively, but that's not how we want to do it in the actual game. What we're trying to do is set up something like you might see in Zelda or any game really, where you see the amount of hearts you have, the amount of health you have, so you know how much damage that you can take before your player dies. And so what we're doing here as well is we're messing with the UI aspect of Unity, which is the user interface. So it's the HUD or heads up display. It's the like stuff you see about like how much health you have, how much items you have, your map, stuff like that. So we'll be building this out as time goes on, but right now we're just dealing with health.
Yeah, I hope I'm doing this right. With UI, we do it as an image, I think. Right?
Yeah.
But could we do it as a it's a sprite. Yeah, that's
so we can pull in the sprite. Yeah. So that's why it works out.
Let me just do that real quick. Let me bring in just to see what this looks like.
No worries.
What it is.
I think it's gonna be toward the end if I had to guess, but
you guys want to stop for a sec? We got some stuff to address in chat.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
You cannot do Prime Sub on mobile? Huh?
So I just looked that up. If you have iOS, you can't do Prime Sub on mobile.
Okay, got it.
So I don't know. So James, I don't know if you have iOS, but you can't do that. So Android game, but try to use your computer if you can.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the only method if you have iOS.
Yep.
And let's see, Dr. Thack, you said I still have trouble converting my Word docs to PDFs. This is like rocket science, y'all.
That's fair. I still have trouble doing that too.
This is very complex stuff.
Yeah.
We went to college for computer science, and
48.
It's tough stuff. But I feel that anyone can do it with dedication.
Yeah.
And motivation.
And heart.
And heart.
Wow.
I'm not going to do that one again.
What did Nick say? Nick said games with a leveling up system or achievements throughout the game is ideal. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. I think there's nothing wrong with achievements and leveling up. Now, leveling up, I don't know if that will necessarily be in this in this game, but you'll definitely have something akin to it in that as you move through. Interesting. So if you use browser on iOS, says go get Pro, you can do Amazon Prime Sub. But yeah, so Nick says,
hey, thanks for the subscription.
Subscriber Prime.
Thanks for the Prime Sub. Noam, you're the best.
We really appreciate it. That's dope. Y'all are killing it. But yeah, so Nick says that it keeps people involved for the long term, and I totally agree. But Metroidvania games are less about the experience and the leveling up and more about the exploration. The way that leveling up occurs, though, is instead of it being a level like level 1, level 2, level 3, you gain abilities that level up your power in the game. So for example, from jump to a double jump, you get a dash, you get an air dash, you get more combat abilities, more like spells and attacks, and you can build, and we'll probably build that with achievements too. Again, any good Metroidvania has collectibles, right? Things you want to go and find. So achievements for finding all the things, or beating all the super bosses, or beating all of the challenge modes, stuff like that. And that's how we plan to integrate those kinds of elements into our games to keep people playing and keep them interested for the long term, because that's a very good point. We don't want people
It's also incredibly self-rewarding in itself.
Yeah, exactly that. We want people to feel like, all right, I'm playing the game and this is fun and I'm gaining something that I feel is worth it. Not just like, oh, it was nice for 20 minutes and then you go never play it again, right?
Because in the beginning of a Metroidvania, generally you start off with like virtually nothing. Because like Super Metroid, for example, Samus just starts off with like literally just the arm cannon that can just shoot single bullets, and you could jump, move left and right, and by the end of the game, you're just like this OP like
you're
an OP like you're an OP goddess.
Yeah.
You're an OP goddess.
You can do like nothing is now a challenge. You can like legit run at super speed.
You can run at super speed. Like you can
effectively fly. Yeah.
Effectively fly. Yeah, and there's so much hidden stuff that you could not access without certain specific abilities. So basically what you just said is applied, but in a different way.
Yeah. It's just not the same like 1, 2, 3 type of a leveling system. So Alex, what are we working on at the moment? We're a sprite repeater controller. This is to repeat the amount of parts.
I don't know what just happened. Thanks for the follow, girl. Okay.
G-Girl, 1023. That,
Yeah.
I believe, is Gianna. Thank you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Private. So, I want to instantiate the sprite based on how many lives, right?
Yeah, so if you have 5 hearts, then you want 5 hearts to show up in the UI, right? Cool.
Yeah. I don't need any
And
of this.
so-
I don't need any of this. I
The
do
left
need
offset is something in the editor. Okay, that's just like for the UI.
I do need the
Asset reference,
Yeah.
right?
because I'm gonna do it as a thing.
As an addressable.
As an adjustable. Thank you.
Yep.
Sprite reference.
And again, sprites are just the images that we're going to be using. And addressables, you might hear us use that word a lot, is just a different way of referring to an asset in our game. It's just a different like style of referring to them. That's all you really need to know. It's very complicated and stuff, and even we don't know all the ins and outs. But yeah, it's just a way to reference some asset we have in our game. So that could be an image, a sound, anything, you know. Okay, so update sprite count. So it takes a count, which I guess in the player's case at the moment will be the player's amount of health, which let's say is 3 or 5, and it'll update it. And then as they take damage, this update sprite count will be called again. So if they have 3 hearts and they take one point of damage, this update will happen again.
Another subscription. Thank you, JCat.
Thank you, James, with the Prime sub.
Appreciate it. Y'all are killing it today.
Best.
Yo,
90 followers.
we might
got,
just
like,
hit 100 by the end of the year.
Yo, tell your friends right now. Tell all your friends right now to pop in the stream and make us get to 100.
But yeah, we really appreciate it. All of this really just helps us, focus on this type of stuff. And all of it's definitely going to go into the channel and to building out this game.
Yeah.
And one of the things we're got to figure out is how to get it to you all sooner, because we do want you guys to play it even before it's released at some point later on in the future.
Yeah, we'll put up some demos and...
Yeah, so that's another announcement that we haven't finalized, but but at some point, once we finalize some of our Twitch Prime tiers, not Twitch Prime tiers, our Twitch tiers. So depending on the specific tier that you are subscribed to, we will provide early access to our game.
Yep, demos and little betas and alphas.
Early access demos to our game, and there will be specific content associated with that tier, and that will be finalized way down the line. But we wanted to tell you guys early on, and
we're working on it.
Now that we got all of you guys here, and you're showing us all this support, so we felt like telling you now pretty early on.
Yeah. And it'll be a two-way street too, because you will get to see the game, you'll get to play, you'll get to feel it out and see what works, and then also we'll ask for feedback as well, because we want to know what does work and what doesn't work.
Yes.
Maybe the jump is too low, or this is too hard, or this is too easy, or maybe just like it wasn't as interesting as I wanted it to be. Things like that are great helps to us, because it helps us to go back, take a look with new eyes, and see what can we do to better and improve the game.
Mo, I think you've already got early access because you've subscribed with 3 different Prime accounts.
that is fair. That sounds like a good reason to get early access.
Anyway, so more on that in the future. But it might be way down the line. We just want to let you guys know now.
So,
So anyway.
Okay, so now what are you doing, Alex?
No, I'm just doing sort of like a while the sprites count is less than like the count that's being set, add more, and then I'm gonna do another one where it's kind of like just destroy any of them that if count is more than count or sprite count is more than count. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way.
Wait, so you're saying update sprite count will be, so if the count that I send, so let's say the player has 3 health, if 3 is more than, or if sprites.count, which is the amount of sprites that we're showing on screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the amount of hearts we're showing on screen is less than 3, then we're gonna draw until we have 3, so that they match up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. It makes sense. And then when we take damage, we'll fire some event to let the game know to do this again. So now if there's 2 hearts and 0 is less than, or just we'll just repaint the hearts. That's effectively what we're going to be doing.
Yeah. Normally I don't throw exceptions, but it's a good way.
Be a good practice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if sprites if the reference is null, and we'll throw an exception. And again, if you're not super tech savvy, what that means is when we get a value that we don't expect, we'll effectively throw kind of like an error, just so that we know, okay, this didn't work the way you expected, here's the issue and what's going on. And that helps us to figure out, okay, maybe we are sending bad data, or maybe, things are happening when they shouldn't be. And it's super important, because without that, you can't figure out what's going wrong. You can't fix anything.
Position is the position depends. So let me think about this one. I think what's even better if I use rect transform. Is that a thing? Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think using rect transform to represent them is fine.
Okay, do you want to get the rect transform of the sprites themselves?
Yeah, because I want to know their size, so I know how much to offset.
Got it. Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, so here we go off of the total offset, right? I mean, let's just see what happens when we just instantiate them.
Yeah, let's try it out and see. Yeah, and then again today we'll also be we'll be working on health, and then we'll also be working on like damage, right? How do we lower our health or increase it? We want to make sure that everything is working out, because we won't know this is working unless we can take damage, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if we're gonna have time, but we were gonna look at the attacking and shooting ability.
Yeah, I feel like we might not get to it, but if we can, let's try it. Again, if we get time, what we'll do is we'll take a look at adding an attack to our player.
Because something we didn't mention about our main character Soribel is that she has a bow and arrow. She has a bow and arrow and a sword. So
so in time we will be developing that, right?
Right.
The ability to shoot a bow and arrow and the ability to swing a sword around.
Yes.
So that will be very, very cool, because then we'll be able to put anything into the game and like test that out. Because right now the main part of our game is moving around, so like running and jumping and wall jumping and stuff like that. But then the other part we want it to be is combat. So we want to add the sword slashes, the arrows and stuff like that. And we have some good ideas on how to make those more than just the basic thing that you see in every game. We'll talk about those as we go down the line and we flesh them out a bit more, but we definitely plan to make these a bit more unique and memorable in our game. So
yeah, and if you haven't been with us, the first 7 streams, we basically just focused on more like player abilities that are related to platforming. So like jumping, double jumping, dashing, sliding, wall jumping, wall sliding, and then we worked on building out some of our scenes and scene transitions. That's another thing, Quan. Showing off the caves.
Yeah, we can do that toward the end if we have time, just because. Yes.
Exactly.
we built out some of our initial like areas in our game, about like maybe 6, 7, 8 rooms or so, and we'll show it off. We'll show you what we've built. We'll show you what it's like to move through rooms in a more seamless way, because for the most part we've been playing in like how do I say, like kind of again like a sandbox, or like in like one place. We haven't been moving around too much, but again, we built all this movement so that we could move around a lot. So we'll show you how that looks, how it feels to move around. The transitions are pretty good, and like it's fun to move around the game. So we'll show that off.
So Tacto says just missing a boomerang. That's funny, because it's not like we've never played like Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, right. You got a sword, a bow and arrow. You're sounding like Link.
Link, who's that guy?
Yeah, who's Link, bro?
Who's that guy? Dr. Thack. That's like the best thing I've ever read. I'm just gonna read it out loud right now. So, came for the show, chatted with the bro, got subs from Mo, follows on the low, love me a bow and arrow, stay in for the pro.
Yeah, that's quality content. Everyone, I hope you're all entertained, because that is quality content there. The rhymes are tight, the afro is fresh, the subs are wholesome. Like, this is what we're here for.
Oh, this is great. You guys are gonna continue to see content like this, especially now that we're gonna be adding a little more variety to our streams on Wednesdays.
Yeah, Gaming Wednesdays will be a fun time.
We're gonna be having Gaming Wednesdays if you missed the beginning of our stream. So that's gonna be fun. If you have any suggestions on games you want us to play, drop them in the chat. Especially drop them now, because there's a Steam winter sale, and I am just buying games right now.
Hey!
Victory.
Oh wow.
Yes, victory for sure.
No, because Mo redeemed the victory.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I see.
Sometimes I forget. I forget that we added those sound alerts, like all those other ones.
Oh yeah, feel free to redeem these sound alerts, guys. James, I already bought it like right before I started streaming. We'll be playing Halo 3 later.
Sprite.count. So yeah, let's just see what happens here. I'm not gonna do this one just yet.
Okay, so just walk us through what you've done here. So
yes,
up to sprite count. If the reference is null, that means we're throwing some sort of error or exception. Cool. Now, otherwise, if the current count of our sprites is less than the count that gets sent, we'll go into a while loop. So while this condition is true, while the current count is less than the count that we get sent, we will create a new position based off the offset. Handle does what? It is... Yeah, what is handle?
Since the instantiation of these game objects are asynchronous, meaning they happen like at the same time as like other things, it's sort of like it goes off to do it. It doesn't wait for it to finish. It just starts it off, right?
Yep.
But this is sort of like capturing the event of it finishing, and when that happens, I want to add it to the sprites, or to our working list.
Got it. Okay, sure.
Just to have a reference in order for us to remove it when they lose life, which should
make sense.
That's what this is going to be.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So yeah, let's try that out.
There's a whole lot of refactoring that's going to have to go into this, but
yeah, that's no problem. That's game dev. And what was the other thing that I was going to say?
This is
Dr. Back brings up a good suggestion. OG Ratchet and Clank classics, fun games.
That could be fun.
I haven't played I don't have a PS5, so I haven't gotten to play the Rift Apart, but I heard it's good. Ratchet and Clank has been on like a high in recent time.
So like, I didn't own a PlayStation when I was younger.
PlayStation or PlayStation 2? Because it's on PlayStation 2.
A PlayStation 2. Like I played it at like
Friends' houses and stuff.
no, like literally Dr. Thak's like house. Like
Got it. Okay.
like that's my only experience with a PS2.
Oh no.
No, and like cuz I was a Nintendo boy, and then I like got an Xbox when I was in like high school, and then
got it.
I guess end of college is when I got a PlayStation. You know?
Got it. Okay. I will say with certainty, and no, like this isn't even a hot take. PS2 best console that's ever been made. Has the highest sales. It has bangers in terms of games. Like it is like I'm telling you, you could play PS2 forever and still find fun stuff to do. Aurora, yeah, I have seen trailers and small bits of gameplay, and it seems like they pushed the PS5 to its graphical, like, I'm not gonna say max, because I'm sure in the coming years we're gonna get blown away, but it looks amazing. It's a beautiful game. It looks like it plays well. It looks fun, interesting. I am excited for whenever whenever Sony drops PS5 Pro, because that's what I'm waiting for. I'll buy that, and I'll buy the new Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, you don't have a PS5 yet.
I don't, because there's stuff to play, but like also it's hard to get one. And I'm waiting for the PS5 Pro with, like, I know they're gonna drop one. They always drop a Pro. They always do, or at least a Slim. I'm waiting for that reduced price, and then all the games are gonna be out. The new God of War and everything. It's gonna be lit. We got some Chris love in chat. Chris is awesome, man.
We do.
He truly is. He's on that. Yo, he's on that social media, like no other.
But yeah, the early games, like, again, the early games on PS5, they look great, but they don't look so much better than PS4. That it's like, now there are a few games that do, but again, they're not pushing it to the limits yet. But I've heard that load times are gone. Like there's virtually no load times,
which is
and it's
terrific.
Gonna get better.
That's terrific, though.
Now,
it's a clear difference. It's a clear difference.
Yeah, and the reason I say that it's only gonna get better is if you remember early games on PS4, they looked great. But if you've played Ghost of Tsushima on PS4, that game...
I still haven't yet.
Oh my god, that game took PS4's graphics and pushed it to the limits in terms of, like, environments. I can't think of any environments that look better than that game. Like, that game is unimaginably scenic. But anyway, yes, so Alex, hearts. I see that the hearts are showing up in the render, but they're not showing up on screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure why. They're there. It's just they're not displaying.
Wait, I don't see them on the scene.
No, they're not.
It's like the object is there, but they're not.
Yeah, I see that they're in the.
Check that the canvas. Just make sure that the Z is all good. The Z or not Z. The
Oh wow.
Sorry. Go to hearts.
No, it
contain hearts.
Sorry, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I see it's super negative, but go to the actual like hearts thing.
Guys, the Z value was very negative. Maybe that has to do with it.
I'm saying go to the container, and yeah, this is where you want to change it. If you change the container, it should pull everything else forward.
It's already 3. Was 0.
Well, okay. What about the camera?
Really?
What's the camera's Z value at?
Check text, because the text was working, right? So where was that at? Okay, so that's at 0, and okay, so then if hearts is at 0, then okay, then maybe that's not it.
Wait, hold on. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's the Y.
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. Wow, they were just offset.
Yeah. Let me just check something. Let me just see something. I mean,
that heart is massive, but yeah.
I don't know why it was over there. If transform is being set, the position is. Oh, silly me.
Oh, because you're just using the offset, not anything to reference it from, right? Got it.
Maybe.
So good. That's how it goes. That is game development. Just being like, just the small mistakes are the ones that really count.
Precisely.
Local position or just position? I think it's position, right?
I think just position. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Let me do this. Oh, does it only? Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. That was really weird. That threw me off. No. 677.
Yeah. Why? This is very odd.
What did you set the Y position to that made it work?
0. I mean, it's always been 0.
But check where.
Wait, so why is it not showing up now if the Y is like just about 0?
No, it's because of some weird relativeness. You see there, they're all at the same X and Y, right? Is that true?
Well, right now I would say
No, they're all. It's because I didn't add the proper offset between each sprite.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I'm doing transform that position. Position is X. I don't know.
And
Let me try local position.
Sure.
What's the harm?
Yeah. What's the difference? Let's see.
Everything closes. No, that's just me.
Yeah, Tech Note. I've just been playing a bunch of games on my PC anyway, even though I've been blessed with a PS5.
Definitely not local position.
I feel you at the moment. Like I don't have a PS5 because I don't feel like I have a need for it. Again, I'm a console guy, so I'm sure that I will get one. It's just it's not gonna be now. It's not gonna be soon. It's gonna be when there's 20 more games out. I'm waiting for God of War, Horizon.
Maybe
I want
the next
new
Spider-Man. Maybe the next Spider-Man, right?
Spider-Man in 2023. Yeah, Spider-Man 2.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
I feel like already that's just gonna be like that game is gonna be too good. Anyway, enough about that before I get hyped. Yeah, I was gonna say, is it that the rec transform is different than just
the transform
position
itself? Yes.
Got it. Okay, that's probably why. Yeah, and then we need rec transform dot position or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably something different. Not this. Maybe it is then.
I mean,
position of the transform.
Yeah, I feel like that would make sense.
I think
just
it's
because
anchored position. Anchored position.
Anchored position. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like it's this.
No, I feel that because we anchored it, so I think that makes sense.
And this makes sense. It's vector 2.
Okay. Cool. Yep. And so we'll take the erect transform of this and watch it not work. Nice.
Maybe it's anchored local position. Hold on.
Anchored. Interesting. Huh. Maybe maybe let's console log the anchored position, the position, and local, and let's see what numbers we get and see if they match. Because that's what we're looking for in all honesty.
Or just put a breakpoint because
Yeah.
Alex has that capability.
Yeah. Either way, let's just figure out what's going into what rec transform dot position is, because it seems like it's either not what we think it is.
Yeah.
Or we're just not using the right thing.
The interesting thing is that that thing's position shouldn't even be using this. Hold on, I think we just need to set local position somewhere.
Okay, all right. What do you mean? I'm a bit lost.
We don't want to do the offset here.
Okay. We want to do what? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because when you parent a child, you don't want their position to be like You want their local position. Oh, that's what.
What? I'm so lost.
No, I'm lost. I'm just as lost. I'm just trying to figure out.
Okay, got it. We're all lost.
You're not the only one. Yeah, you're not the only one. Maybe it is rectangle.
Can you Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely rectangle. It's got to be the.
Okay, go with what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It has to be.
So the rect transform, that rectangle is what? Yeah, what is rect?
It has to be this.
What's the error here?
Vector 2. Probably? No?
It should be vector 2.
Oh, new vector 2.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so wait, yeah, what is rect dot transform dot x?
I think it's like... That was weird.
Yep.
No, of course it wasn't that. It's supposed to be this, position X. I'm looking for this.
Got it, okay.
I mean, it kind of looks like it's like way off now. It kind of looks like it's way off now.
Because I'm looking for... But HUD is at... 43.
Yeah, let's just... Okay, yeah, so I'm saying, let's do one thing. Let's put a breakpoint and figure out what these values are, or print them out, because we're guessing the values and what they are. Let's just throw a breakpoint and let's see what matches, because we know what numbers we're looking for in the game view, like where the actual thing is in our scene, but we have to make sure that matches here.
Right.
Yes. So, chat, if you're new to programming, this is what it looks like. We run into problems all the time. You come up with something called pseudocode. You know, you have an idea in your head, and then something just doesn't work, and we don't really know why. So what we're doing right now is we're going to see what values are going to be displayed while the code is running, so we can see if it's doing what it's expected. Usually when you write code, you want to write tests so that they are actually running as expected. But you know,
transform dot position.
We don't got the time for that.
90. Why is the Z 90?
Z is interesting. Yeah, why is Z 90? Again, so we're working in two planes, X and Y. X is horizontal, Y is a vertical, but Z is depth. We always want our Z to be 0. We just want it to, we don't want to think about it, like 0 or 1 maybe, but
I'm sure this is a little hard to see because it's small. I don't think I can zoom in on this.
It's no problem. Explain. Just tell us what numbers you're seeing, and we can compare.
On anchored position, I see 140, which makes sense.
Okay, and I'll go back to Unity to the editor. Is it 140 for the?
I can't.
Okay, because you're in this mode, yeah.
Size delta rect is negative 140 and negative 30.
Okay.
Anchored position is 40 and negative 30. Anchored position. No, I'm looking at the same thing. Rect transform.
Mm-hmm.
What do we want them to be here?
Wherever the actual position of that, the actual world position, it should be position. This is. Say, it should be this.
Could it be? No, that wouldn't be it. It should be what you said. The one that. Which is, and can you read those numbers?
43, 46, 9. Well, I don't know about that 90, but.
Okay, but 43 and 46 is what we're looking for in the X and Y.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna remove the breakpoint. Keep going.
And yeah, click on HUD. So now.
See, this is 140, which is the local.
And now what is? Okay, so this is at 43. The HUD.
Why is the scale like half?
Oh, see? No, wait, yeah, look. This is at 43, 35, 90. The HUD. So maybe it's pulling the HUD transform, not the heart's transform.
It might be because of the layer. Because this is the canvas. We're in order in layer 3.
Yeah, but it was showing the text, so I don't think that's it. I think it's that the position, like it's go back to the code because direct transform or where is this code? Where is the script on hearts, right?
On hearts, yeah.
I can't tell if it's pulling this rect transform or the parent.
Wait, hold on. There's a mode I found. This is debug mode, by the way. I discovered it the other day. It shows you all the values, even the hidden ones.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
That's very useful. Good to know.
So here, local position is -257. And the Z is... I don't know how the Z is coming out to be that, but... Anchor position. Alright, I'm just gonna... stop this.
Okay.
I realize now I don't actually have to get a rect transform. Transform is technically a rect transform.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I thought it might be different, but okay, sure. So transform.
It's probably because rect transform is a transform.
And again, if you're new to coding, and even if you're new to a Unity, we're saying transform a lot, and it doesn't mean what you think it is. It's not like transforming it into something else. It is just a term that Unity uses for like a location. So in our game scene, where is it? So a X location, a Y location, and a Z. That's what we mean by a transform.
All right, let me put it back to normal. Yeah, it's putting it in approximately the appropriate Y. Approximately.
Yeah, the Y looks fine. It's the X that's all weird, and the Z is fine too because it's there.
It's only the X. It's only the X that seems to be pushed over to the right.
I think I could just make this a little simpler.
Just like manually set the left offset.
Oh, I'm curious if I just set transform dot position. What happened? This should be yeah.
Yeah, let's try it out. It can't hurt because maybe it'll just pull from. Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why. It's because it's using the center, the very center of this object.
Of the can. Oh, because that's where it instantiates it.
Yeah, or not. I don't know.
Or yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Somehow it's shifting it like a whole 300. I have no clue why. But what we can do. Hey, thanks for the follow, Magic Jack. High school.
Thank you for the follow.
High school.
Appreciate it. 91, 9 more. I said 14 like 20 minutes ago, but now here we are at 91.
Yeah.
We really appreciate all the support and the follows.
We're almost
and the subs
there.
too.
Let's get 9 more before the end of the year. Let's go.
End of the year is tomorrow. I feel you though. We could do it, and if not, it's all good.
Yeah, it would be fun.
It'd be a great New Year's gift, right?
Yeah.
Here I'm just gonna set the local. Hey, you're. It's funny because I'm the only one who hears it.
Thanks for popping in, Alex.
You're welcome.
No.
Oh.
That's my other friend, Alex. Spartan.
My bad. Automatic.
Magic Jack HS.
Oh.
Also a coder. Nice to meet you.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, it's always fun to meet coders and people who, again, what we've had it happen before where we're looking at a piece of code and we're like, yo, what's this? What's going on? And someone in chat will be like, yo, y'all missed a semicolon, or this equation is wrong. So we appreciate the coders and all the knowledge that they bring.
Magic Jack, do you have any game development experience? How did you find our stream? Just curious.
Oh,
so Alex, what do we got?
It's because of the scaling. I just realized it's not 0.5, it's 0.05. So when I'm saying like move 20, it's like really blowing that up. but because of the
Oh,
scaling. I don't know why it's the scaling.
the scale of the
Oh,
HUD.
yeah, it's probably because we have it on camera space rather than sorry, yeah, it is because we have it on camera space rather than like screen space overlay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the scaling of it is being sort of controlled by that.
Got it. Okay.
So we just have to like adjust like this a little bit. Oh, I'm playing. Okay, maybe one. That did nothing.
It's not
I'm
moving at
honestly
all.
like because here it is
Okay.
setting the local position. Left offset is that should be getting overridden.
It could be that that's not being reset. So set it to 5 there, because we've seen that happen where like even though you set it in the editor for some reason, if you set it in the code, something weird will
I think
happen.
it's the
So.
opposite.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it didn't do anything.
145, 145, 145.
Yeah, they're all in the same spot. Left offset is 5, and so left offset doesn't seem to even be taking any effect.
Let me look at the scene view.
Yeah, so the position X is... Yeah, so we want at like... Yeah, so 20 works, but it's because it's not applying it right. It's doing like... Some math is off or something.
Oh, maybe I have to set anchored position this time.
Okay, hey, let's try it out. We are all learning here.
Magic Jack, that is cool. That's awesome. Thank you for finding our stream. We hope that you enjoy our stream. We're actually working on a game. We're making a Metroidvania, and we wish you luck on your stream if you plan on doing so yourself.
Yeah, we'll check it
good
out.
luck.
If you learn something from ours, that's great. And
I'm sure I'll learn something from yours because I know nothing of app development.
Yeah, we could probably give you a follow as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it seems to be working now by setting the anchor position after the fact. I guess it's because in instantiate reference you have to you're setting the actual like world position. So here the position can be arbitrary. Here when it's actually being created, that's when we're like, okay.
Okay, and I'll show it again. So now the offset is taking effect at 20 and stuff, and
yes, it's
okay,
properly.
so now we need to apply the offset to each of them because now they're all in the same place, but we want them to actually be moved to the right of each other, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they get created. They're being asynchronously created. I don't know if they're going to be created in order. So I'm concerned.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Let's see. So, because I was thinking, but I get it about the asynchronous is once one of them is done, you keep track of that transform and then offset the next one 20 from the last one. But because they're asynchronous, which means they're going to be happening at different times, like the rightmost one might get completed before the first one or something, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how else can we handle this?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Percent complete result status task.
Spartan, I don't know where you found that emote, but we all love Edward Elric. Let's go.
Yeah, Edward. Yeah. If you like anime, go watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. If I'm right, and I think I'm right. I think on my anime list, it is still number 1 in terms of ratings. It is
I can't argue. I can't argue with you on that.
It's just too good.
I can't argue with it.
Yep, I just looked it up. It is number 1.
You just have like a running list just available. Just you can pull it up within 3 seconds.
No, I just googled my anime list top anime, and then it sent me to the page.
Oh, it's from Vic's channel, like the actual the voice actor.
Wait, what?
Like for Edward Elric. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay, got it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very well drawn.
Alright.
Word. Okay, so now what are you trying, Alex? You're adding the tasks so that they happen almost like in order, kind of.
Sort of.
Got it. Okay.
Let me just see what this. Okay, that's great. Just wanted to make sure. I'm just gonna wait for them to all be finished. Using a coroutine.
Okay, sure.
Conditional action.
Yep.
And nothing is done beforehand. Yeah, we don't care. We do want all of them to. Do something. And the wait until this is true. So we're gonna we're just gonna wait until all the tasks are true. There's a thing for it. All true. True for all. Pass. I think it's completed.
Okay, got it.
It's
So we're
completed
gonna wait
successfully.
for each action to complete before we do anything else. Got it.
Can I convert bool to func bool? Oh.
Can you guys explain in layman's terms what you're trying to do here?
Yeah. So what's happening right now is when we draw the hearts, they're happening. You would think draw the first one, draw the second one, draw the third one. What's really happening is we're saying, okay, draw all three, and let them finish drawing whenever they're done. So what might really happen is you might draw it, and it might say, okay, I have to draw three hearts, 1, 2, and 3. 3 will finish first, then 1 will finish second, and 2 will finish third. And now they're out of order, right? So what we wanted to do is say, now if it went the normal way, so 1, 2, 3, we would say, okay, draw the first heart at position A. Now draw the second one at position A plus 20 for an offset. So now it's like a bit more to the right. Now once B is done, draw C at position B plus 20. But because they're happening at at different times, you might get a case where you draw C first and then tell A to draw itself 20 to the left of C, and that's not really what you want. So now what we're doing is we're trying to take these actions that are happening at different times and keep track of when they complete, and then saying, okay, now we can draw them in order because we know they're all done, and we can just go in order of 1, 2, 3. But then that makes me think, Alex, is there a reason to do this asynchronously, like this thing in specific?
It's because we want the width of the last one, in order to properly set the offset of the current one, and because we want them, we want them definitely to be in order. Specifically because when you remove them, you want to remove it like last. Like you lose a health, you lose the last one.
Okay, got it.
And you don't want that to be like the middle one.
I understand. Sure.
Like say if you knew the width, and then you just looked at the last one that was added to sprites, then you just set yourself there. But then the order may not be the same. What are you guys trying to do exactly? Did you answer? Was this an answer to Spartan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know you joined late, but we're trying to implement a basic health system right now.
Yeah,
we're smack in the middle of something very specific right now, and that was the answer to that.
Yeah,
does that make any sense? It might be a little difficult to explain because this is something a little complex.
Yeah. Let us know, and we will.
This is for the health bar. Yes, this is for the health. We're using hearts. Right now.
So instead of a health bar, it'll be like 3. It'll be 3 hearts at the moment. So we're trying to figure that out. There's an easier way to do it, which works, but we're trying to have a lot of flexibility going forward. If we change the images, or if we change the amount of hearts and stuff like that, so that's why we're taking this approach.
Yep. I need to get the last one. Hold on.
No worries.
Nick, we usually stream for 2 hours from 6 to 8 on Thursdays.
Yep.
And occasionally we might throw in a Wednesday stream if we don't have availability on Thursday, or we might throw in another day. But now we're going to be doing gaming Wednesdays. It's probably going to be a shorter stream, more like an hour and a half. So yeah, that's generally what we do. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just making sure that whatever if we had one to begin with, we're adding one. I'm getting the last one of them. But if there is no last one, just returns null, and I just return an empty vector too.
Okay, sure. So an empty position effectively. Got it.
Yeah. So here we have our transform. We want to set the anchor position to be the new offset.
So Spartan unit, the design, like the sprites we use, they look like Zelda sprites, but it's not exactly like Zelda's health system. Maybe Quan, you could describe what we were aiming for.
Yeah. So in Zelda, enemies can do a very varying amount of damage. So small enemies may take away 1 heart. Really small enemies may take away a quarter heart or half a heart. Bosses may take 5 hearts on each hit. Ours are going to be much more streamlined, where on average most enemies will do 1 heart of damage, or what we're calling them as slots, so that it's easier to understand. So they'll each do 1 heart of damage. Okay, we're getting there with the hearts, but they're overlapping, but we're improving. But yeah, so each thing will, for the most part, do 1 heart of damage. Maybe some enemies will do 2 or 3, but nothing will ever do like a half heart or something along those lines. The reason for that is we want the player to always know how close they are to dying. When most things just do a single heart instead of it being a half heart, quarter heart, 5 hearts, it's easy to keep track in your mind. Okay, if I'm fighting some standard enemies, I have 3 hits before I die. Whereas in Zelda, for example, now what happens is it can be tough sometimes if you have 10 hearts and you're fighting some middle level enemies. Sometimes in Zelda they might do 2.5 hearts. So while you're fighting on the fly, you might not keep in track that means like 4 hits. You might just be like 2.5 here, and then maybe you get hit by a fireball and it does 1 damage. Now you're like doing a lot of math in your head. So we're trying to keep it more simple, where it's just 1 point for 1 heart per hit for most enemies.
And we haven't fleshed out the details, but healing in this game is going to be relatively unique. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, so what we plan to do is for healing, we want it to be a challenging kind of game. So if you think of games like Zelda, for example, you can pick up hearts in the overworld, and in Mario you can pick up power-ups to gain an extra hit. We want it to be a bit more challenging, where you'll have 3 let's say potions or ways to heal, but once you use them, that's it. Except for very specific situations, you will be stuck without that healing until you get to a restoration point, which will refill those uses. But we want the players to manage their health and learn the game better, and learn how to survive so that they can manage their health. And we think that will help them to understand the difficulty of the game, while also understanding their health a bit better. And Spartan Unit, exactly that. In a Breath of the Wild, it's a fun game and it's great, but I have no idea how much damage a Lionel does. I just know after it hits me, I lose a lot of health. And so what my brain ends up doing is, instead of doing math and saying, okay, I can take X amount of hits, I'm just like, if I get hit twice, I'm probably going to die, because Lionels in Breath of the Wild do maybe 5.25, or if you're weaker, like 10.5 hearts, and it is not easy to keep up with that math while you're on the fly.
So basically, what we're thinking is that you won't take way too much damage from enemies, but you also won't have the ability to heal way too often. It's up to the player to be smart with their combat and also smart with when they should heal.
Exactly that.
Yeah, like they can only heal at resting points, and they need to gather shards from around the world. We're gonna we still need to work this thing out.
Yeah,
we need to think about it a little more, but we're working it out.
Dr. Dak, we wouldn't know. Or at least we wouldn't know. I don't have an answer for you. I don't think that we'd have an answer about game development. While high and stuff, not sure we do.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It depends on the person. That's all I would say. That's all I would say.
Is game coding more fun when you smoke weed, or does it make it too complicated?
Yeah. I mean, I do not know. It's a fair question. I just don't have an answer for you.
If you wanna be creative, then go for it. If you want to spark your creativity, then sure. But it all depends on the person.
Definitely let us know how that goes.
Well, it all depends on the person.
Holy
if you
crap.
want to try it out, go for it.
Okay.
And then Nick says, when did we start? So this game we started, maybe 7? Like we've had some plans about it for a while, but we started like really developing it maybe 7 weeks ago or so.
Yeah. So the initial ideas like that maybe happened I don't know. Let's say
back.
Let's say COVID-19. That time. That's around when COVID-19 was getting bad. That's when the ideas started flowing. We started talking to each other about it. And then we started up with the channel beginning of January of 2021. And so we started with Wake Up. So if you've been following us since then, we started with another platformer game that we released on itch.io. And we did that so we can gain some experience and gain a community. And now we officially started this maybe 2 months ago.
Yep.
And as for end date goals, we are very new to this.
Yeah.
So we do not have an end date goal right now.
Nice, Alex. I see that the hearts are finally there. As we've been talking about stuff.
Yeah.
We're
gonna be providing updates as we go. Pretty much that's how this is gonna work out.
So you went the wrong way, Alex, because we haven't built out those scenes. Those scene transitions don't go anywhere.
That's fair.
Yeah, can we make them smaller? Can we change the scale? Because the hearts are obnoxiously big.
No, yeah, of course. I did have a question. Which scene?
Yeah.
I know there's a scene that we did do some playing around with where we added spikes. Which scene was that?
Caves 1.
1, really? Hold
Yep.
on. Let me go back to it.
So if you go into game scene, yep, at the bottom there, yep, those will despawn the player. That's the ones that we set that up for.
Oh, it's because I went to the whole next scene.
Yep,
right?
yep. You went to a different scene. So if you go into the game scene and just play, and then jump down there, you should see a reflection of some sort.
What were you saying earlier? Or you told me to do something.
Oh, I was saying, can we make the heart smaller because they're obnoxious?
Yeah. That's fine.
And that's just a UI thing, right? We do that. Do we do that in the code or do that in Unity? I mean, in the editor.
The editor.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, the hearts are massive. We're glad that the spacing is good, but they look gaudy.
Oh, nice. Thanks for the follow, Big C Soft. Much appreciated.
Thanks, appreciate it. Appreciate the follow. 92, 8 more for that 100 grind. I'm getting close.
Yeah,
tell your friends, tell your family, tell you everyone.
How's that? I
think that's a lot better. Yeah, it is not taking up the whole screen. I think that's good. Boom.
Okay,
and as you take damage, it reduces the heart. We're in business now. We aren't respawning yet. Fine, but we have something here to show that something is happening. The one thing I would say is, can you go back to scene view real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. Ignore me. It's nothing important. I'm nitpicking.
No,
so yeah,
a nitpick. That's good.
I was gonna say that the hearts could be a little bit higher up and close to the top of the screen, but again, that's UI stuff that we can adjust a lot later. I think let's focus on the not the left, like the actual like the hearts container. Can you move it up by like a tiny bit, but I guess whichever way makes it smaller.
Up like that.
Yeah, sure. And then play. Okay. I can't tell if it changed it or not. It's fine.
It didn't.
I mean, okay.
I think that's okay because
it's fine.
These are placeholders.
Yeah, these are placeholders. So let's take a look at we can do respawning. I guess that's probably the next best thing, right? So right now I remember we put some basic stuff on the hazard where it just it sets the player to inactive. But what we really want to do is just respawn them somewhere. So this might be a good time to bring in the like paradigms that we built in our last game, Wake Up, which are soft checkpoints and hard checkpoints. Because right now we don't know where to respawn the player, but what worked well in Wake Up was having the soft checkpoints where if you fall off a ledge or something, it'll respawn you at the last place you were standing.
Just hold on, Quan.
Yeah. Go for it.
Talking, Quan.
Oh yeah.
You think we have time to do that by the end of the stream?
Right, that's a good question. So my idea is, if we just pull code straight from Wake Up, I think so, because the soft checkpoint objects are just collide event controllers, and the code is already there in a Wake Up.
Also, it depends. Is that what we're going to use in this game?
I figured, because I think that in the same way as in Wake Up, like when you fall off a ledge, we still plan to do like a void out type of thing. It's just we need a way to put the player back somewhere, and I think that the way that we do it in Wake Up is fine.
Right. But, so like I feel like if you fall into like spikes, for example, it shouldn't murder you, right? It should remove a heart, and then it should put you like at your closest soft checkpoint, just like you do in Wake Up. So yes, I agree.
Yeah, I think we can copy that. Yeah, go ahead.
And the hard checkpoint would probably be the resting point / supply depot thing we talked about.
Correct.
Which would be a lot further away, but it's still probably the same logic that we had from Wake Up. So I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that's totally fine. And again, that's why this game is going to be a bit more challenging. Like, we don't want it to be so easy. So so Alex, what we were saying, in case you didn't hear us, or did you?
Kinda.
Yeah. So I'm saying, I think that we can, if we want to get this working by end of stream, for respawning the player, we can pull in like literally like the exact same code we had in our previous game in a Wake Up, because we had the system for soft checkpoints and hard checkpoints. At the moment, we won't really have any. I mean, I guess we can make some hard checkpoints, but just so that when the player, instead of just them just disappearing and not respawning, we'll just do what we do in a Wake Up. If they hit a hazard, they respawn at their last soft checkpoint if they still have health, and if they die, they go to their last hard checkpoint.
Yeah.
And any refactoring we can do later. We don't have to do on our stream.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Alex?
No, I think that's fine. I mean, for now, we could literally just set the location to like the last location you were grounded.
Yeah. So for the viewers, when we say soft and hard checkpoint, you probably have no idea what we're talking about.
Fair enough, yeah.
So I kind of explained it before, but I will explain it in more detail. So a soft checkpoint. So if you looked on the player environment, you saw spikes. If the player falls in spikes, we don't want them to get killed, right? We don't want them to lose all their hearts. We want them to just lose one of their hearts. And when they lose one of their hearts, we want them to spawn somewhere, right? So we want them to spawn somewhere nearby to where they fell. So a game, Hollow Knight, which is a game that we're heavily influenced by, does this quite well. And they spawn you quite close to where you fell. So that is a soft checkpoint. And we did this in our game Wake Up, where we put soft checkpoints around our map so that when you touch the soft checkpoint, we basically recorded it like in our code. And basically, if you fell into the spikes, you get placed at your soft checkpoint. And if you lose all of your health, you get placed at what is called a hard checkpoint, which is basically the start of a level. But this is going to be a little bit different in this game because in Wake Up, there was, levels. So, point A and point B is, one level. That declares the start and end of a level. In this game, there's not really going to be levels. There's going to be a bunch of different resting points and an interconnected world.
Yeah.
So basically, a hard checkpoint in this game is going to be the last time you were at a resting point. So we're gonna have to figure it out, but the logic shouldn't be too far off. But we're probably gonna have to rework a lot of it. But it's a similar idea that we could work with right now.
Yep. And so there's some questions in chat. So
yes,
one for Dr. Thack. Yes. Wake Up was wild. But
so he played it. I was sitting there with him, and he sat there for like hours trying to beat it, and it was hilarious.
It's a tough game. And then for Spartan Unit, are we gonna have upgradable health? Yeah. So that we do plan so we'll either start the play off with 3 or 5 hearts. Again, they won't be hearts. We'll change the image for it, but hearts. And as they go, they will gain more.
Yeah, I'll drop a link for Wake Up. Yep,
cool.
I got you.
We will let the player gain more hearts. What we will do is find ways for them to collect things that, as you collect them, once you get a certain amount, you'll gain a new heart. And we'll do the same thing with their healing. So as of right now, our idea was the player will have 3 heals, and those need to be recharged at a resting station. When they upgrade, they'll have more hearts as well as more heals. And so that will make the game a bit easier, and they'll have more chances to take damage and stuff. We want to give the player that incentive to keep playing, but also it should get, the game will get tougher in terms of difficulty, but you want more hearts, you want more ways to heal, because we want the player to be able to control how they play. We don't want the game to be locked at 3 hearts and 3 heals for the whole game. That would be just too hard. So yeah, we do plan to have people upgrade their health. They can upgrade whoa, what just happened?
You saw that?
Upgrade their hearts and upgrade their heals and other things that we'll add later down and that we're brainstorming at the moment.
Yeah, and I don't know if you mentioned this, Quan, but we're going to be using shards to form orbs, which are going to be used to heal yourself at healing stations. Correct. Yeah, and as you progress through the game, you will also find more shards. So you will also be able to upgrade the number of orbs that you have.
See, so I've never played a Souls games, if you can believe it, but Alex has said exactly that.
Yes. Alex has specifically referenced Estus Flask. Exactly.
Yep, exactly. So
Alex is
a good reference.
Alex is the biggest Souls fan that I know. Maybe, you know what? This Alex is also probably a big Souls.
He might be a bigger Souls fan than me.
It might be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Where you refill at a bonfire. That's pretty much the influence.
Yeah, we want the game to be challenging. We want them to, again, unlike many games where you gain your healing items out in the world free, we want it to be much more of a grind. Now, again, we plan to put resting points at a fair location. We don't want the player you leave a resting point with full hearts and full heals, and you have to get through 30 minutes of grueling gameplay before you can sit again and refill.
We
We'll make it that hard, but we won't make it that easy where it's like there's a minute between each one. Like it'll definitely be a good amount of time, a good amount of gameplay, challenging stuff, but it'll be more interesting in that way.
We wanted to take the idea of refilling at the bonfire and then restoring yourself at the resting station, the resting benches in Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
And yeah, believe it or not, Hollow Knight also takes influence from Dark Souls as well. Like when you die, you need to go back and find your soul.
Yeah.
It's a very similar concept.
Sprite Unit says, I actually really don't like Dark Souls. That's
there
fair.
You go. There you go. Okay.
It's never been my type of game, which is why I haven't played it. It seems fun but just gruelingly hard.
Was it really?
I can't get through 20 minutes. I can't get through 20 minutes of Dark Souls.
Yeah, I understand.
Checkpoint controller.
Okay. Are you pulling this in from a wake up? I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking at what this does.
Yeah, we might not be able to
change this 295 days ago. What?
Well, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, what did we do with this? We had a checkpoint event. Did that's something?
It raised an event that raises the position. Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, because we had the soft checkpoint and the hard checkpoint be internal to the player.
Oh,
That's what it was.
Yes.
We don't even need to do this. We don't need the controller. We could just do it through Collide Event controller.
Okay, sure, yeah, because this is effectively just a Collide Event controller. So when you collide with something, it does something else. That's it. But yeah, I say let's try that. And like you said, for right now, that'll be it.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
I have to pick up food. I will be right back. It came way faster than I expected. I'm sorry.
You're not allowed, Con. What is wrong with you?
Right. No, I remember I literally spent an hour eating on stream. Just like on breath, just like what was I gonna do?
Someone even made a comment about it. Remember?
Oh yeah. Did they?
Yeah, it was they made a reference to someone who
mukbang?
Yes.
That whole mukbang thing. Yeah, no, I just figured we could just store it as like a variable here.
Mm-hmm.
Transform
Thank you,
variable.
Dr. Thack. This is impressive stuff. This is we're trying to take an idea and turn it into a reality. We're very dedicated to making this game.
We're doing our best.
We're doing our best, and the support from everyone is very important, and we appreciate it.
Completely. T value. What did I do?
So what we're doing right now is looking back at the code from the previous game that we worked on, because it's got a system in place for spawning for the soft and hard checkpoints that I described earlier.
Yeah, I realized, we were setting it in the player before the whole soft and hard stuff, but I don't think we have to if we create something like this. We don't need these.
That's cool. You can elaborate further if you'd like.
No.
Wow.
Just like a scriptable object just to hold the value. That's all it is. That's what these variables are. Hold on. Let me actually create an actual menu thing.
Spartan Unit, you're dropping all these emotes that I just didn't know existed, and it's great. I love it.
Name? Was it?
What?
I'm just trying to
balance my interaction with stream and my ability to help you code.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever try new games for the first time and stream like game reaction videos? Okay, so up until today,
I'm back.
cool.
Back.
So Dr. Thack, up until today, we have strictly only done game development, and as of today, what we stated earlier, we're going to start being variety streamers. So we're going to be doing Gaming Wednesdays, which is slightly subject to change based on our schedules, but we're going to be doing gaming streams. So we're going to try new games. We're going to be playing games that we have played before and provide like analysis from the lens of a game developer. Specifically, we're going to start out with Metroidvanias, because the type of game we're creating is a Metroidvania, and it's basically our favorite game genre. So we're going to start out with Metroidvanias, and we're going to provide like a critical analysis, as one would call it. And so we're going to start with that. We're going to throw in some indie games too. We might try out new games, and we're going to react. Basically, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be reacting to them. And then we're also going to throw in some streams where, we're not giving deep reaction analysis. It's just
we'll just be playing games and having fun.
Us just having fun together. Like, we might play like Phasmophobia, or like Don't Starve Together, or like, I don't know, Among Us, or I don't know.
One of those.
What are the kids? Yeah. Apex Legends? I don't know. What are the kids playing today?
Oh my goodness.
Look, I love Apex Legends.
I see what you're doing there. Okay.
Yo, let's play Halo. Yeah. So we're trying to be fun too, because we know that not everyone understands what we're doing all the time, and it could possibly be boring for people who are non-coders.
Yeah,
and
coding can be very boring.
We understand that, and we want to appeal to more people, and we want you guys to understand who we are.
Yeah.
And we want you to understand who we are on a personal level, and join us on this journey of creating a game. I see Spartan Unit likes Halo. No one would have seen that coming. Absolutely not.
No idea.
No, I had no idea.
No idea. What even is a Spartan Unit? I have no idea.
So here I have an on-player health slot supply hazard.
Sure.
What's gonna happen here is that it's gonna apply the health thing. That's one. Right. What did we want to do?
We wanted to just respawn the player.
Okay.
It should affect the health and then just respawn the player, yeah.
Hold on. See if I can get that right. So we have cave scenes, case 1, right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna put a thing there.
Sure, that's fine.
So, what are you inserting right now? What kind of object?
Like a.
Oh, a soft checkpoint. Okay.
Yeah. Because I imagine it's really gonna be mostly soft checkpoints. Because hard checkpoints, I would say, are probably like gonna be the resting.
The resting points, yeah, which is gonna exactly that.
Yeah. But here's one, right? We're gonna add a box collider. No. Box collider 2D.
Yep.
We're gonna make it big.
Sure. Yep.
Why not?
Yeah, because the player won't miss it.
So, Nick, we were actually thinking that it would be a separate stream altogether. Like, it would be a dedicated gaming stream, not necessarily like we would start this stream with gaming and then get into development, or like start the stream developing and then end with gaming. Like, we could try that, but we thought it would be better to divide it up, because like today, we, plan to work on way more things, but sometimes we just get stuck on stuff.
Yep.
And we got very stuck on just like putting hearts on the screen, and that just happens. It just happens. Yeah, it just happens. Yeah, it just happens. So we're just gonna stick with that for now, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Always open to feedback as well. Yeah, the chat was popping. This is
chat is always fun.
This was the most chat interaction that we've probably ever had.
And we love chat interaction. Chat is always so fun and funny. Like, it's great.
Yeah, so
y'all are killing it.
This was great. This was probably the most followers, subs, and chat interaction we've had on any stream. So we really
so thank you all very much. Like, again, we are getting all this because of you.
So thank you very much once again. Great way to end the year.
Just 8 more, please.
Dr. Thack with the rhyming made my... I mean, yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, the rhyming was just clutch. That is top things.
I think someone should go back and clip that, like me saying the rhyme, because it's just like it's just legendary.
Mm.
All right, Alex, where are we at?
Hold on. Oh no, I should have done. Silly me. Silly. I should have done this as a transform from the start. So we're using a global transform variable to store the thanks for the subscription, Spartan.
Yo, thanks, Alex. There we go. Spartan unit.
Every time you say that, I'm just like, huh? What? Hold
we
on.
got an imposter in the house here.
Yeah, and it's me. Hold on.
Thank you so much.
If I can.
Excited for the game streaming, but it's cool to see the behind the scene actions too. That's amazing to hear.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great to hear. That's what we want to hear. Like, it's again, it's not often you get to see what's underneath the hood, what goes into the like into gaming, right? Into what makes a game, and again, just simple things like respawning or showing your hearts or things like that are a lot more work than you might ever think when you think about making a game.
And this is honestly the reason why we did this in the first place. We wanted to build a community with people who didn't really understand what this was to begin with, or people who did understand it and could help us.
Yeah. Two-way street.
Two-way street.
Hold up. I'm trying to figure this out. Trying to see if this is a thing.
You want to talk it out?
Not really. No, I'm joking. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I got to a point where if I go to cave scene, right?
Yes.
And
oh,
sorry.
It's not a trigger.
It's not gonna be a trigger.
It needs to be a trigger. Yeah. Okay. So what just happened there is Alex put an object there for a soft checkpoint, and he ran into it, and he's colliding with it. But he didn't have it checked off as his trigger. So what that means is he was running into it, and he was running into it as if it was like a brick wall.
Yeah.
So he needed to set his trigger so that he could run into it as if it was like a transparent wall. Or is it translucent? Is that the term?
It just it doesn't exist. Transparent.
Yes.
Like as if it's just not there. Again, it's just an invisible wall that we use to fire off events and do stuff like in the background, but it's nothing that the player will see.
So basically, that's the location that the player is gonna get spawned to.
Yep.
If they fall into the spikes, that is the soft checkpoint.
Yep. Exactly. And I saw a tight mismatch, so what do you think that is?
It could just be the fact that I did a refactor, changed the file name.
Okay, got it.
After it was created.
Sure, yeah.
I hope it's just that. No, it wasn't just that.
Interesting.
No, it seems to be clicking it just fine.
Weird. That's definitely odd.
Maybe it's properly setting it just fine. I just,
Okay, I mean, go die and see if it puts the player back.
No, it's not going to put the player back. That's the other thing. That's my issue.
Okay.
right here, I need to set the location to that variable. But this is looking for
The
transform.
type mismatch is going to cause the issue, you think?
No, it's I'm looking for a transform, and transform variable is the one I want to actually get. So because it's weird. Unity doesn't let you put in like properties of a variable. You'd have to collect it from the. It's a real small thing. You just have to we just have to overload this.
Gotcha.
And we can call this like location variable or something like that. Value dot position. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, got it. Okay.
Sorry, I keep doing this. Yeah, and then I actually have to. That was weird. I actually have to set it. Set transform variable. Bring it over.
Okay,
that should just work. I think the last thing I have to do. I'm differentiating two different events. They both damage, but I'm just differentiating like one of the damages, and we may do some sort of like damage frame type of thing. This one is literally going to reset it.
Void out. That's you mean, right?
Yeah. So here we have to switch this to on player. The hazard one.
Got it. Okay.
We could rename these things later. It's just. I don't think that worked like I wanted. It seems like I could still move. It's weird.
Because they're getting set active, but they never get reset, I think. Or, yeah, weird.
Abominations found your way in. Thanks for pulling up.
Oh, yo, that's my bro. Thanks.
Yep.
Not my actual brother, but
Yeah.
Yes, we know the bro. Yeah.
The bro.
Yo, thanks, Abominations. Appreciate the support.
First player. Oh, he's just falling.
She is just falling in. So she's just going into the abyss. So then, is it? Oh, because they're set to active, to inactive. But does that stop?
No, they're set to active. They're set to active.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know.
Oh, because the camera bounds.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna follow. Got it. Which is good. I mean, it shouldn't.
Wait.
Don't try. Don't try. You can never catch the falling player.
Let me see what I can do about that. I'm just gonna have to like be a little I guess hacky with it. We're gonna disable gravity, set location, and then re-enable gravity. That might do it.
Okay, that's not doing it.
Not at all.
Yeah.
What's good? So I disabled gravity. I set location.
Yeah.
Let me breakpoint.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go ahead and play. Let me see where soft checkpoint is. So soft checkpoint is. Hold on, are we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are we down?
Oh,
Are we down? I don't think so.
No, it seems like we're good. I'm seeing us on stream.
It's just, I guess I'm lagging. The adopted one.
The adopted one. You know what it is? What it could also be now? It might not be the exact same thing. No, it's fine. That's actually not the issue.
So here,
I was gonna say, yeah, go ahead.
45 and 9.
Sure. Yep.
It didn't hit it.
It didn't hit it?
No.
Do you have a game event that's listening on that on set
Yes.
is it raising set location? Is that set up properly?
Yeah, we're probably just missing that. Transform response, set location.
So this one is apply health. This is regular. This one is on apply health hazard, which should be. Maybe it's not. Hold on.
Oh yeah, but it doesn't have a transform event, so it's not setting a location here, no?
Hazards?
No, I'm saying you had two.
Oh no! I set it. I didn't set the function. That's my bad.
Thanks for popping on stream.
Yeah, see, I didn't raise it. I didn't raise it at all. That's why.
Thanks for our unit. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support.
Yeah, let me not put the breakpoint and just let's just see what happens.
Okay. All right. That's a very intense respawn that only works once.
Only works once.
Interesting.
Why did it only work once? Oh, because it was fire once. It has to reset when I respawn. Hold on.
Okay.
Because the spikes were only fired once because we wanted.
Got it. I understand that. Yeah. That makes sense.
So we had to just reset it somehow.
Yeah. Again, what he means by fire once is the way that games work is things happen every frame. So what can happen is when the player touches the frame, touches the spikes, we deactivate them because they're like they took damage and they need to be respawned. Well, what can happen then is if we don't stop it from firing only once, where okay, the player hit the spikes, fire an event saying, "Hey, the player is hurt and needs to be respawned." If we don't put that check there, each frame that the player is touching the spikes, they may try to get respawned, and then you run into weird issues where like the player gets respawned like twice or 3 times, and it's weird. Yep. So we fire it once just to be safe, to make sure that okay, this only happens once. But what that also does then is the next time the player touches the spikes, since we told it to only fire once, the player is not getting respawned again. So we need to reset that fire once the players respawn, so it knows okay, now that everything is back to normal, if the player touches the spikes again, they can be respawned again until they have no more health.
Oh, I see. On player spawning dot location set. Okay, I think I know what we gotta do.
Okay, cool.
Or at least I think I do.
If not, it's all good. Stream is about to end. And again, it's not fully working, but we got the respawn, we got the hearts, we got the soft checkpoint. We definitely made some good progress. But yeah, let's see if we can finish it off and figure this out. So, what do we want to do on the respawn? Do we want to? Yeah, maybe do we want to create an event that fires on respawn and do something like on a respawn event, if it just broadcasts this event, and then whoever is listening to it can do what they want with it. So maybe the set checkpoints and stuff can reset their fire once, or stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have an on-player respawning. We're right now we're just gonna add it to the player, but at some point we could add it somewhere else.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Like a cleaner way.
Yep.
Probably a transition. Not a transition. Sorry, an action sequence.
Action sequence, yeah.
On respawning, yeah. which is something I made so that we can like have a set of events happen one after the other, which we use for room transitioning. And that's the thing where it fades out, unloads the current scene, loads the next scene, and then fades back in.
Yeah.
It's like a step-by-step process, and it kind of like waits for something sometimes.
Yeah, the same issue that I was talking about a bit earlier with the hearts, where things can happen at different times and finish at different times. The issue we were having was we needed to do a very specific set of tasks in a specific order, but what would happen is, task A would finish before task B, task D would finish after task Z, for example. So Alex created a controller, a action sequence controller, so you can say, all right, no matter what, A is going to run and nothing else will happen until A is done, then B. Nothing else will happen until B is done, then C. And it controls that action in a very clean way, which allows us to do stuff like, as he said, scene transitions, where when the player hits a trigger for a new room, we stop the player from moving, we fade out, we unload the current scene and we load in the new room. We spawn the player at the correct location in that new room. We fade back in. Just stuff like that only needs to happen in a very clear order. We take advantage of this controller to do that. Okay, and so
yeah, that sounds good.
And now you're just moving around the enable inputs. And what are you putting here? Oh, just
the player respawning event.
The player respawning. Okay, got it.
Quan, can you look in the streaming channel? Let me know.
Sure.
Let me know, just let me know if that's a good idea.
I think I got you.
Hold on. I think I might have done the wrong one. Hazards is looking at on player respawning.
So it should be working.
Should be. Oh, thanks for joining in, Spartan. Have a good one.
Yeah, that was a little late.
That was a little late. Oh wow, I'm
late.
so focused right now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, huh. I guess he's gone.
Oh man, wow.
On player respawning. I'm resetting the fire, which should be fine.
I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll probably need to refactor this anyway. Just because it's a little confusing. Yeah,
I'm still on stream. Oh, it's like I'm raising it again. I'm not trying to do that. Hold on. No. This is correct. No problem. Yeah, I have no clue. This might be something we have to fix off stream. Well, we have the general idea of, respawning going.
Yeah.
Just don't know why
it's not happening after the first time.
Yeah, it's probably like a reset fire issue. That's something we
can
play around with later.
Yeah.
We can work with that. So today we accomplished setting up the UI for the health. And when you can actually take damage. And when you do take damage, you spawn at your closest soft checkpoint.
Yep.
But there's a bit of a bug, which we will fix off stream. And yeah.
So with that, I mean, I guess anything else, or are we gonna wrap it up?
Before we wrap things up, Alex,
sure.
Can you check what we just put in the streaming channel on Discord?
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah. So we just want to echo our thanks for everyone today. This was a very great experience for us. I hope it was a great experience for all of you.
Yep. Thanks for all the follows and subs.
We had a lot of new viewers today.
Yeah, that's always great.
We hope that you enjoy your time here.
Yeah, and we hope you come back and hang out with us and see more game development.
We hope you come back. Yeah, exactly, and hang out with us. We think that we think that we're enjoyable people. We're kind of funny, smart, hilarious. Interesting, and we're working on a pretty cool game, and we're very grateful to be doing so. We're in a good position, we think, and we're grateful to be on this journey. We're grateful that you guys are on this journey with us, and we hope you have a happy holiday and that you're staying safe with all this COVID stuff.
Yeah.
definitely.
Just stay safe and.
But again, let me
Go
just
ahead.
another shout out to Lord Bung, Lord_Bung for their art.
Yeah,
And
they went crazy.
Was it Feel Good?
Yeah, and shout outs to Feel Good for the dope music that you will be hearing often on our pre-streams, and like they use some fun gaming elements in there too. Both of them they did really awesome for the commission, so we really have to shout them out.
Yeah, and then thank you for all those follows today and the subscriptions. They really go a long way. Have a happy new year.
Have a happy new year. We will see you, next week, but next year.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be gaming. We're probably gonna start this next week.
Yeah.
And we're gonna update us. We're gonna update you on social media. So keep a lookout for our Instagram. If Nightbot hasn't annoyed you enough, that link, it has all of our social media on it. So click that link, the bkgamedevs.card.co. It has everything that you need there, and we will be providing updates throughout the week. So once again, we appreciate all of you, and stay on the update for Soribel, the new working title for the game that we are creating.
Yep, thanks so much. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.
So BK Game Devs,
signing off.
Signing off.